Hi guys, welcome to Let's Talk Today. Today we are reviewing the Beijing X55.
Hi guys, yes, welcome to Let's Talk today, and we are reviewing one of the finalists of the South African car of the year, the Beijing X55, as Isa said, from BAIC. Okay, so we see a bold design here in the front. We've got the LED lights, as you can see it coming on there. We've also got the nice grille. I wish those little diamonds were lights, like it lit up, but that's just me. But it looks quite nice. It's quite a nice design. I like the nice color also. They say it's yellow. So this is the middle of the range. It's the elite model. So there's the dynamic, the elite, and the premium. Okay, so if we take a look around, we've got the 19-inch wheels. Quite a simple design, but quite effective. I like it.
Folding mirrors.
Okay, and then we've got the concealed door handles. So if we move away from the door, you'll see that the door handle will close. And if we move closer to the door handle will open. Okay, also if we look at the key, we can, if we hold down the key, we can open. Okay, so let's lock it. Okay, we can open the windows, as you can see. It opens all the windows, and if we press down on the key, we can close all the windows as well. Okay, so getting back to the design, we've got the roof rail as well as the panoramic sunroof here on the Elite. We've got interactive LED pixel rear lights as well, and the Beijing single lettering on the rear. We've got the dual split, so it's a split in the middle for the rear spoiler. The reason being is to create the force on both sides as opposed to one side, which you can actually feel. So instead of getting the downward force and cornering from the middle, you're getting it now on both sides, so it's equal cornering. It almost feels like a all-wheel drive.
And here we have X55.
Okay.
And then
And then we've got the BAIC name there. We've got a nice rear apron as well. And we've got the rear camera here. While we're here at the back, let's just open the boot. So there is a warning tone that comes with it. Okay, if we open this, we can see the 12-volt port here. We've got a little netting here. And we've got the X55 mat. So if we open that up, we see there's little compartments here. Obviously there is stuff here, but once you get the car, then all the stuff would obviously be out, and you would be able to put some of your things in here. Below this is the spare wheel. It's not a full-size spare wheel, it's a steel wheel, but again BAIC say that that's for safety reasons. They feel the alloy wheel will just crumble in a rear crash, so they've opted for the steel wheel. Okay, let's just put this back. Okay, so it takes away a bit of boot space, I feel, to have those two compartments, but if you are going to be using this compartment, you could almost have a concealed boot. And then you've got also the side compartments here. Okay, so again, it's a power tailgate, so you just push the button. You can also do it from inside or from the key. Okay, while we're outside, let's just
look at the engine.
Okay, so just keep that. So as you can see, the door handle opens like this.
Let's see what's under the hood.
Okay, so under the hood, we've got the 1.5 turbo engine, which is producing about 130 kilowatts. This 1.5 turbo engine, I believe, is manufactured in the Mercedes-Benz factory in China. So they are using the engines that are used in the Mercedes-Benz. I believe it's the A class, if I'm not mistaken. So built around the Mercedes-Benz engine. We've got the 1.5 turbo 130 kilowatts engine. Okay, let's step into the car. If we step in the back,
So we've got the electronic windows, the door handle, cup holder,
and we've got two speakers here.
And then we've got a if you want to put your magazines or books in there.
And then we've also got this, it's quite nicely designed with the Beijing logo here.
And here we've got a center armrest with the cup holders.
And then you can see the design of the seats is quite nice at the back as well. So it's semi bucket seats. It's a different type of material. It's not leather, so it's almost like a neoprene if you look at it. And then if we get inside, we can actually see that there's quite a lot of space. So my seat is quite far back, the driver, and you can see that I've still got quite a lot of space. I'm actually pushing my legs forward just to sit, but if I'm sitting normally, I've got quite a bit of space there, as you can see. And here in the middle, we don't have the tunnel that you would get in a normal car, so they built it around an electric vehicle model. So we've actually saved space here instead of us jumping over and under and everything. It's quite nicely designed here. Yes, Isa, what do we have here?
So we've got a USB port charging.
Okay, so we've got the USB port and we've got the air vents as well for the climate control. Okay, so it's quite spacious here at the back. And then you can also see we've got the panoramic sunroof, which is quite nice. Okay, so let's go through to the front.
Let's go to the front and I will show you.
Okay, so getting in, we've got the electric windows and the lock for the car, and we've also got a speaker here on the door. We've got the electronic seats, so that's quite nice, and we've got the X55 mat like we've seen also in the boot.
Here we've got the multi-function steering wheel.
Okay, so we've got the multi-function steering wheel. If you remember, this is similar to the Mercedes design. So because it's been designed at the Mercedes factory, if you remember, I think it was the one of the A classes or GLA that was similar designed before. And then we've got two screens.
We've got a screen for your...
So we've got the screen for our instrument cluster, and we've got the screen for the infotainment system.
We've got the park. We've got reverse, neutral, park, plus D or sport.
Okay, so we've got this as a gear selector. It's quite nice. The way it's designed is also very ergonomically fine. So I mean, I just put my hand here and it's quite easy to use. We've also got the floating armrest. Okay, so we've got a little bit of space there underneath to put something, conceal it. We've got a little bit of space here as well. We've got the cup holder, and we've got the little cooler box that we've got here, which has a 12 volt as well as the USB port. And then we've also got a USB port here. So there's two USB ports. The reason being is one is for your car, so I'll show you how to connect the phone to the car, and the other one is to play your music. This one is for the car, but we are using it as a music port because I haven't really connected to the car. We were having a bit of an issue with that, but we'll get back into that. So everything is on the screen, including the controls from the climate control. We've got the air vents here. On the seats, we've also got Beijing, and we've got a nice stitching. So we've got like almost like the bucket seats, like I said, in the front and the back. Yes, Isa.
So we've got the glove compartment here, and watch. It just opens by itself.
Okay.
You don't have to do that. And then there's
and then this here also is just to hang something here if you want to hang anything. Okay, I quite like the design of this little frame around the rear view mirror. It's something different. Up top here we've got the reading lights, and we've got the, let's just zoom in, we've got the hazards here as well as the controls for the sunroof. We've got the vanity mirrors, but there is no light, and then yeah, so that's what it looks like from the front view. And then let's put on the car. So we have to hold down and we press the stop engine.
And look, there's a car
so
coming.
There's a car coming there, and it says Beijing. Okay.
I will show you the infotainment screen.
Okay, so Isa will show us the infotainment screen once it boots up. It takes a bit of time to boot up, so bear that in mind. Also, if you have the aircon on, when you leave the car and it's a cold morning, so just make sure you switch off the aircon, because otherwise you're going to have cold air blowing in your face early in the morning, because you have to wait for this to boot up.
So
okay, so
you've gotten USB, the radio, the album, Bluetooth, and to connect to your phone.
okay, so this is Carbit Link. Now you need to download Carbit Link in order to connect to your phone. We were having quite some trouble with it. You do need a USB cable to connect your phone here. It still wasn't working. We tried everything. I don't know what the problem was, but basically it's screen mirroring. It's like your Android Auto or your Apple CarPlay, but it's something that BAIC are using. Is called Carbit Link. So that we were having a bit of trouble with. So if you are looking to use your navigation and to basically mirror your phone, that's something that there is a bit of an issue with. It was not only myself, it was somebody else tried as well, so it's not an easy thing. So with this car, I would say that it's not very user friendly, in the sense that you need someone to guide you and basically do a demo of the car. It's not a car that you can just hop in. So if I've had the demo but somebody else wants to use the car, they can't just hop in and know exactly where everything, for instance, the hazards are on top here, and in an emergency, if you don't know that it's there, it can be quite critical. So here we can open the boot. I'm not going to open the boot right now, but you can do that.
We've got the Comfort, Eco, Sport, and Smart.
So we've got Comfort, Eco, Sport, and Smart. So those are just the different drive options that you can use, and then we've got the settings for the car. So there's quite a lot of settings that you can change for the car. The mirrors for auto folding, automatic parking. What I like about this car is right now, if I were to put the car into drive, right, and I were to press my accelerator, it says please wear a seatbelt. So I'm not wearing a seatbelt, so the car's not going anywhere. So that is quite nice. There's also a little display that comes up here, a notice, attention. It says you are speeding, please pay attention. So it's quite nice that it comes up to alert you, but if you were to pay attention, it would be a bit distracting. So but those things you can take off. Everything, like I said, is on the 2 screens. So if we look here, let's just zoom out a bit. So we've got the let's just see here, we've got the odometer and the maintenance there. We've got the tire pressure, no historical faults. Okay, let's just zoom in. And then we've got the music playing, and we've got the rev counter. Now as you can see, it says average liters per 100 11.1. They claim about 7.7. We've tried this car, we've taken it around, we've taken it on long distance, we've taken it in the city as well, and we've done about just over 200 kilometers. I think it would even show here 226 kilometers. And as you can see, the tank is less than half. When we got it, it was full. So we've used about half a tank, or just more than half a tank, to do 200 kilometers, which is quite high. So this tank is about 53 liters, and we've got about, like we said, 243 kilometers left, which is like half. So the fuel consumption is quite high, and something that needs to be addressed. Even in the previous bike, the B40 as well, we had quite high consumption, about 13 liters per 100. So we've tried everything. We've tried comfort, we've tried smart, we've tried eco, we've tried everything, and we still haven't managed to get it down lower than, well, now the average is 11.2, but I don't think we've got it down less than 10 liters per 100. And as you can see from the mileage and the fuel tank capacity, so those are all the things that you can do with this one. On this side is obviously to control your music, and if you want to switch to something like your radio, you can just press that. Okay, so
let me show you the air conditioner. So we've got, you can press the,
okay, so let's put the aircon on. Okay, so we've got it on low, and let's just put it right up because it is quite hot at the moment. So yeah, as I said, so that is the climate control, and we'll just put it down so that it doesn't make too much noise. Let's just check how the sunroof opens. So it can tilt as well as slide. And then you can also close the roller sun blind to halfway so that the people at the back don't get sun. And then if you want to, you can close the sunroof completely, and then close the roller sun blind completely. Just an easy touch, and it's done. Okay, so about the X55. So the price, the entry level is 412,900. Add 30,000 onto that, that's 442,900 for the Elite, which we are sitting in, and then add another 30,000 onto that, and you get 472,900, which is the Premium. So relatively competitive in terms of the price range. The features as well, I quite enjoy it, the drive of it, everything. My only concern is obviously the fuel consumption, but obviously with research and development, that can be changed, and obviously if more people are buying the car, it will help with the research and development to get the fuel consumption down. And I suppose the longer we play with the car, the longer we drive it, it would essentially help. I did hear that people who have bought the car have been getting about 8.2 liters. They've got it down to 8.2 liters. I don't know if anybody has got it down to 7.7, but there's people that I have spoken to have got it down to 8.2. And yeah, it's a big difference from 11.1, which we are sitting on at the moment. So if you can get it down to that, then that is good. In terms of the luxury and the features, obviously people would like the lane assist, the blind spot monitoring, the wireless charging and that sort of thing, but how many people actually do use it? It's nice to have, but you know, this one does have a camera, as I said. So if we do put it in reverse, you can see that there is a reverse camera there. Okay, and like I said, we can't move unless I have my seatbelt on. Yeah, other than that, I think that this Beijing has the qualities of a South African car of the year, so that's why it's made it as a finalist. Let's actually take a look outside of how it looks with the lights on. So let's just quickly go out. So here we can see we've got the lights on. Okay, and if we go to the back, we can see as well. It's quite nice, and it looks quite nice at night as well. So that is the Beijing X55 in a nutshell. We will be having the full review on our website, www.iloveza.com, and also on social media. You'll see the pictures and videos, obviously, that we've taken with the car. It's at iloveza.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. Hashtag iloveza, the heart and South African flag, hashtag after Fajr grind. And if you're looking for motoring only, then you can just go to Let's Talk ZA. That's TORQUE. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you are looking and you are wanting to test drive this bike, we would suggest you go to BAIC Bryanston. There is this is not an advert, but Ralph did do quite a nice demo with us, which actually helped me to see most of the features of the car, and that's why I enjoyed it so much, because my initial thought of when I jumped into the car, I didn't know what was happening. So Ralph at BAIC Bryanston will be able to assist you with anything, to test drive it, and with any queries that you have about the car. And yeah, Isa just reminded me that he hasn't showed us his 3 favorite things of the X55. Isa, what are your 3 favorite things of the X55?
So it's the panoramic sunroof.
Okay, let's just check the panoramic sunroof. Okay, it's closed now, but Isa's panoramic sunroof, yes.
The door handles.
The door handle, so if we just open it there, we can see the door handles opening and the door handles closing. Yes, the concealed door handles. And what is the third thing?
I forget now, but
There's so many things.
yeah, and then the other one was the.
Okay, so Isa likes this as well. So that's Isa's 3 favorite things.
And then I also like the Beijing around the car, a lot of stuff.
Okay, so Isa likes a lot of stuff. I also have a few favorites. Like I said, this mirror is one of my favorites.
Oh, also this.
Also that. So we have more than 3 things that we like about the car. But yeah, that is the Beijing X55. Okay, 2 other things I forgot to mention was, one is in the settings, there are okay, so you can change the indicator blink times, and also the automatic lock on the door, like I mentioned. Where is this? And tail door. Okay, so the tailgate, you can let's just move in. You can adjust it to 100% or right down to 50%. So what that does is, if there's a smaller person that needs to obviously open and close, it's easier for them to reach it. So that's quite a nice function. Also, the other thing was settings. Okay, so no, it was, where is it? Okay, I think it was here where you can change the settings. No, not this. There's a way to change the settings for the screen as well. Now I'm not too sure how to change it, but there are a few settings for the screen that you can adjust. So those were the two things. The other thing which we didn't mention was, this is quite a head turner. Wherever we go, people are stopping to look at it. They stop us to ask us to look at the car. So the design is quite nice. We actually had a guy that was in a brand new i7, stopped, got out of his car, looked at the car, and was quite impressed. So yeah, so this is the Beijing X55, the head turner. So check out our website, follow us on social media, and check out all our other reviews that we do of all the other cars, as well as all our other reviews of all the other products around South Africa. I'm Ziyaad, this is Isa, and we love
Today.
Today.
Going into reverse.